I'm Adam Renowden. I'm an ordinary citizen with big concerns. I've been following the pandemic for quite some time, and I'm not one to follow mainstream media. I'm more of the type of guy who goes in and picks out the names and contacts the people so I can find my own truth. And what we've been finding out recently with the new outbreak at the Manor is one lady was trying to be tested over 3 times in 3 weeks, denied to be treated, and when they seemed ready, the government seemed ready, they went into that home and tested everybody. I believe they did it to scare the people through media with new cases. They also release these cases in clusters to keep fresh news, to keep people scared, and I don't believe that's justifiable, logical, or sensible. It's not about health and protection of people. This is about keeping it going. We started out in full lockdown because nobody was sure about it and everybody was scared, which is understandable. I mean, when something new comes and we're warned such drastically on all the measures, we just tend to abide, and then more details emerge and people start to question the narrative. We all know that CBC was paid $1.3 billion by the government just before this happened. Obviously, you're going to not speak against your employer or you're going to end up fired. So to believe CBC's side of the story would be just absurd. I followed Moncton, followed the lockdowns, and I waited for something to emerge where I could dig out names, contact people, and find out what's going on. And the government assures these homes are understaffed, and they pass out CERB checks instead of hiring somebody at $25, $30 an hour to take names. I mean, you don't have to be medically qualified to take these names at the front door to allow the people that are qualified to take care of the residents to be able to take care of them. Instead, they ignore that fact and they lock their measures down on everybody in the province, and it's just not understandable. I don't want to look like a conspiracy theorist, but anybody's more than welcome to go out and look up Agenda 2030. Agenda 2030 is 194 countries that signed on with the UN to meet certain goals. Goals sustainable being a trigger word, to reduce population, just like the signs we see out in Vancouver. There's signs, billboards in the streets in Vancouver and Toronto that say the best gift you can give your first child is not to have another. If that's not population control, I don't know what is.
Is this World Health or is it Bill Gates?
This is the few at the top that pull the strings. This is the George Soroses, this is the Rothschilds, this is the heads of the UN, the Queen. These are the few at the top who want to implement these measures down on the rest of us. Moncton alone just signed up for the International Cities of Peace, but I don't know when there was ever a war in Moncton, but that's under the UN. So now we're to meet goals of the UN. We had 0 cases for over a month, and Higgs decides to fly in foreign workers, the odd foreign worker, and test them for COVID after they land on our soil to test them positive. Another oddity in the whole matter. Why would he do that? I see an uprising, and I see the people standing up until the government bows, because the people are never going to bow to you. Look at the paperwork. Don't just believe the media.